Golf has always been a religion of silence. For over 100 years, the sport was defined by what you don't hear: the hush of the gallery at Augusta, the wind whistling through the pines at St. Andrews. It is a game of patience, nature, and quiet suffering. But there is a new version of the game arriving, and it has absolutely no interest in silence. It doesn't care about the wind, the grass, or tradition. It cares about noise. It cares about neon lights. And most importantly, it cares about money. Welcome to the TGL. Imagine a world where the course is made of pixels, the hazards are rendered by a graphics card, and the players are screaming over the thumping bass of a stadium sound system. This isn't a dystopian sci-fi movie. This is the new reality being bankrolled by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And the money on the table is absolutely staggering. We are talking about a confirmed prize fund of $21 million. That is not a typo. $21 million to hit golf balls into a movie screen inside a shopping mall arena in Florida. To put that into perspective, the payout for winning this video game league is higher than what most PGA Tour pros earn for grinding out 4 days in the baking sun at a historic tournament. But if you look past the flashing lights, there is a darker story brewing. This isn't just about rich guys playing simulator golf. It's a story about a catastrophic roof collapse that nearly killed the league. It's about a payout structure that reveals exactly why the world's best players are desperate to secure their financial futures. And it's about a traitor named Jon Rahm, who looked at this futuristic league, saw the writing on the wall, and bolted for the exit. We are going to tear down the marketing hype. We are going to look at the contracts, the tech failures, and the cold, hard cash. Is this the salvation of golf? Or is it just a glorified arcade game for the ultra-rich? This is the TGL payout structure, exposed. Let's get straight to the finances, because the numbers here are frankly insulting to anyone who works a normal job. When the TGL was first announced, the press release was full of buzzwords like innovation and fan engagement. But let's be real, the players weren't signing up for fan engagement. They were signing up for the direct deposit. The total purse for the inaugural season is set at $21 million. Now, in the era of Saudi money and live golf, we have become desensitized to big numbers. But you have to contextualize this. This isn't a full season of travel. There are no cuts. There are no 5-hour rounds in the rain. This is a made-for-TV exhibition played in air conditioning on Monday nights. The breakdown of that cash is where things get fascinating. The winning team of the SoFi Cup takes home $9 million. Since the teams are comprised of 4 players, that works out to roughly $2.25 million per player just for winning. Let's compare that to the actual sport. Winning the Open Championship, the oldest tournament in the world, pays out roughly $3 million to the winner. These guys are making nearly that same amount for playing simulator golf for a few weeks. It completely warps the value proposition of the sport. Why grind on the range for 10 hours a day to win a major when you can hit balls into a screen and make the same paycheck? But here's the kicker. You don't even have to win to get rich in the TGL. The payout structure is designed so that nobody loses. The team that finishes dead last, 6th place, the absolute bottom of the barrel, still splits $1.5 million. That means a player could theoretically show up, lose every single match, play terrible golf, and still walk away with a check for $375,000. It is a participation trophy worth more than a Ferrari. However, the real money isn't in the purse. It's in the equity. Reports indicate that the players involved aren't just employees, they are partners. The 24 players committed to the league share a 10% equity stake in TGL itself. This is the golden handcuffs clause. They are hedging their bets against the PGA Tour's uncertain future by buying into the casino itself. They are no longer just athletes. They are venture capitalists in spikes. But before anyone could cash those massive checks, the entire league almost collapsed, literally. Rewind to late 2023. The venue, the SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens, was nearing completion. It was supposed to be a marvel of modern engineering, a massive air-supported dome housing the largest simulator screen in the world. It was the physical manifestation of the league's ambition, big, bold, and high-tech. And then, nature humbled them. In mid-November, a storm system rolled through Florida. It wasn't a hurricane, it was just a storm. But a temporary power failure caused the air pressure system, the lungs of the building, to fail. In slow motion, the massive white roof sagged, buckled, and collapsed inward, draping over the steel framework like a wet towel. The images that leaked were humiliating. The futuristic home of Tiger and Rory's new league looked like a deflated bouncy castle at a disastrous birthday party. The framing was twisted, the high-tech fabric torn, and the interior exposed to the elements. Publicly, the league tried to spin it as a minor setback, Privately, it was a nightmare. You cannot launch a luxury, high-tech league in a building that has just imploded. The optics were terrible. Critics who already hated the idea of screen golf called it an omen, proof that the concept was flimsy, structurally and philosophically. The damage was so severe they had to scrap the entire 2024 launch, pushing the start date back a full year to January 2025. Think about the burn rate. A full year of paying staff, a full year of lost ad revenue, a full year of maintaining player contracts without a single shot being hit. That roof collapse didn't just break steel, it burned millions of dollars. It raised a question that still hangs over the league. If they couldn't even keep the roof up, can they really pull off the most technologically advanced sports broadcast in history? The roof collapse wasn't the only disaster. Just days before the dome came down, the league lost its biggest active star, Jon Rahm. Rahm was supposed to be a cornerstone. He was young, fiery, and ranked #1 in the world. He had committed early. He was all in on the future of simulator golf. And then, out of nowhere, he withdrew. The official excuse was classic PR fluff, citing time management. Rory McIlroy even defended him, hinting that Rahm wasn't going to LIV Golf. We all know how that aged. Weeks later, Rahm signed a deal with LIV Golf worth hundreds of millions. The timeline is incredibly suspicious. Did Rahm withdraw because he knew the LIV deal was done? The delays, the video game format, and decide it wasn't worth the headache? There is a rumor in industry circles that Rahm saw the TGL for what it was, a distraction. While Tiger and Rory were trying to save the PGA Tour with a simulator league, LIV was offering generational wealth for playing real golf. Rahm's exit was a massive vote of no confidence. It shattered the idea of a united front and made the TGL look like a desperate attempt to keep players happy with peanuts while the Saudis offered the plantation. When Rahm left, he took a massive amount of credibility with him. The narrative shifted from "the best players in the world are here" to "the ones who didn't take the Saudi money are here," and being the league of leftovers is a dangerous place to be. Let's talk about the product, because this is where the video game criticism moves to legitimate problems. The TGL is played on a screen roughly 20 times the size of a standard IMAX. Players hit shots into this massive screen, and the flight is simulated digitally. If you have ever played a simulator, you know the feeling. Sometimes you hit a pure shot, and the machine reads it wrong. It adds spin that wasn't there. It miscalculates distance. We call these misreads. In a casual game, it's annoying. In a league with $21 million on the line, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. There is footage from practice sessions where players have experienced glitches. The ball hits the screen, and for a split second, nothing happens. There is lag. Or the trajectory looks unnatural. The TGL claims their tech is flawless, but nothing in tech is ever flawless on launch day. This opens a massive can of worms regarding betting. The TGL has partnered heavily with gambling operators. They want you to bet on every shot. But how can you trust a bet on a digital outcome? If a player hits a drive and the software glitches, claiming it went out of bounds, who decides? Is it a bad beat or a software error? Here, the referee is the computer. You cannot argue with the code. And then there is the darker conspiracy theory, the rigged algorithm. In real golf, wind and bounces are nature. In TGL, they are lines of code. Theoretically, an algorithm could be tweaked to keep matches close. If a team is winning by too much, could dynamic difficulty ramp up? It sounds paranoid, but when you replace physics with processors, you lose the certainty of reality. Asking fans to trust a black box of code is a massive ask. So why is this happening? Why is there $21 million in the pot? The answer lies in the ownership list. The TGL is funded by the American oligarchy. Look at the owners. Arthur Blank, Falcons, Home Depot; Steve Cohen, Mets, hedge funds; Fenway Sports Group, Red Sox, Liverpool; Alexis Ohanian, Tech VC. These people do not invest in fun ideas. They invest in assets. They are buying into the TGL because they view it as a franchise model, similar to the NFL. They aren't betting on golf, they are betting on team valuations. The plan is simple: create a league that is cheap to run, no travel, one location, easy to broadcast, and heavily monetized through gambling. If it works, a team that costs $50 million today could be worth $500 million in a decade. This is why the payout structure is so top-heavy. They need the players to care. They need Tiger Woods fist-pumping on a Monday night to drive ratings, which drives franchise value. The players are being paid $21 million, not because the golf is worth it, but because their celebrity is the fuel for a billionaire's investment vehicle. It is a closed-loop economy where the rich get richer and the fans are sold a revolution that is really just a venture capital play. This brings us to the most damning criticism: the soul of the game. Golf has always fought against irrelevance. It is seen as slow and old. The TGL is the antidote. Fast, loud, indoors. It is designed for the TikTok generation. But in trying to fix the boring parts, have they killed what makes golf special? There is drama in a player standing on the 18th tee at Pebble Beach, with the ocean crashing and the wind howling. That is man versus nature. Watching a millionaire hit a ball into a canvas sheet while a shot clock counts down feels hollow, manufactured. Critics call it the arcade-ification of the sport. It removes the variables, the walking, the elements. It reduces the greatest game ever played into a glorified skills challenge. The TGL is betting that fans don't actually care about golf. They care about content. They think if you mic up players and make them talk trash, we won't notice they aren't playing real golf. It is a cynical bet, assuming our attention spans are so fried we can't appreciate a Sunday major without flashing lights. The TGL is a $21 million gamble. It is a gamble that technology can replace tradition, that fans want content more than competition, and that Tiger and Rory have enough star power to make us watch them play video games. The payout structure proves they are desperate. They are throwing money at players to keep them loyal, giving them equity to keep them locked in, and building arenas to keep cameras rolling. But money can't buy legitimacy. If the tech glitches, if matches feel scripted, or if the novelty wears off, the $21 million will look less like a prize fund and more like a severance package for a failed idea. The roof already collapsed once. Will the entire league come crashing down with it? So will you be watching the first tee shot at the SoFi Center, or will you be waiting for the real thing? Because in the TGL, the grass might be fake, but the risk is very, very real. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories the mainstream media won't tell you. See you on the next one.